What's up, guys? So like I said in my previous video, removing the taillight on this Daihatsu Move here. I was just gonna kind of do some little how-tos on along the process of prepping it to wrap this Move. So I have to remove the door panel in order to get the door handle off on the outside of the door and the key and the tumbler, because to do a clean wrap, you want to remove parts so you can wrap underneath it, and then you put the parts back on top, so then you get a clean finish, and you're not trying to trim up against stuff, and that gets kind of tricky. That's kind of like your last resort, trimming up against something. It's always better to remove it, but if you can't remove it and you have to trim up against it, it is what it is. Hopefully you have a steady hand when you're cutting. So we're going to be removing this panel here, and I was just going to kind of quickly show you how to remove it if you need to do something on the inside of the door, change speakers, door handle is not working, or whatever it may be. I'm going to show you how to remove this panel. So it's pretty basic. It's kind of like your normal door panel where you have your screws. So you're gonna need a Phillips head screwdriver. There are 3 Phillips head screws under the armrest. So you're gonna need to take those guys out. They're big screws. Get those guys out of there. And then you're going to take the Phillips head out of the door handle. And make sure you keep all these bolts separated, so just in case when you're putting it back together, you remember where everything goes. And then you got 2 here in the cup holder. So we'll take the cup holder off. So there's the 2 Phillips, and then it slips up, kind of hooks on the door panel there. So we'll set that aside. Let's see. And then you should take the door lock. That just unthreads. Get the heck out of here. That just unthreads. We'll set that aside. And so basically that panel is set in with little pins, little body pins. So just carefully kind of feel where they're at, and then pry it up, because it is wood and you don't want to break your door card. So those are all along the outside. And don't worry about the speaker cover, because this comes off with the door panel. Okay, so once you get all of those unclipped, this guy, it's kind of in there with a little hook, so pull on the handle, and then it will pull that hook out, so then it will slide out. And then we're just going to kind of leave this alone. We're going to work around it. There is a clip that you can undo to get it off of the little metal bar that actuates the door handle, but I don't want to break the plastic clip because it is an older vehicle, so the less I have to take off, the better. So just like your normal car, this is gonna come up after you get it all unclipped. Come on, baby. Okay. You just kind of have to finagle it up a little bit. It just basically sits on top of the door. So it may be stuck a little bit and you gotta have to work it. So once you get that, we can take this door handle and just slip it through the hole. Obviously being very careful. That will slip up off of the door lock. Be careful, looks like this one's already starting to crack a little bit. So if you got power windows, I don't know if they all came with power windows, but if you got power windows, obviously we got to disconnect that connection. Which I have my handy dandy pick. So we'll undo that. There we go. Okay, so that just it takes a little bit of working at it, but just you'll see right here. There's a little groove, a slot. The clip sits in that thing, so you just kind of have to, just kind of have to pry it up and then pull out. So there's our door card, and now you can actually get to the speaker in case you got to change your speaker. So we're gonna set the door card aside. Okay, well, it looks like I'm the first one to enter this door panel here. All this plastic is still new, so we're gonna have to rip in past that plastic. Actually, I don't want to rip it. We're just gonna work around it. So usually just like a sticky glue. You can just peel it off of the sticky glue, and then when you're ready to put it back, you can just stick it up. But what we need to do, set that aside just like that. So what we need to do now is remove those backwards 10 mil, and then the little tumbler, which is usually just that like clip that slides in, and then you just pull the clip off and it should come out. So yes, it's exactly like the back one on the back hatch, same exact style. So I'm gonna get a 10 mil and we're gonna take that off, and then take the key thing off. Oh man. All right, so we're gonna take the two 10 mils off. Trying not to drop the bolt. That's okay. There's some of this plastic out of the way. Maybe you'll find some hidden treasures in there too. There it is. All right, there's our 110 mil bolts. Okay, so our door handle should just come out now. After we pull. Actually, this part was kind of tricky last time. I'll see if I can show you. So, come on now. Come on, man. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Inside there, the rod goes up through and then connects to the door handle. So you kind of have to pop that rod through the door handle. The back one was very easy because I could get right at it, and I would just use a pair of pliers and press against itself, and then it would pop out. But this one's a little bit at a funkier angle, so I'm gonna have to work at that. But let's see, let's get the lock off. So the lock one is really easy. There's just that plastic, there's like a plastic there's a go. There's a little plastic handle that holds onto the rod, and then you just pop that off of the thing, and then it will allow it to let go. This is what I'm talking about. So the metal rod goes in that hole, and then it holds onto the little tray or the trough right there. So you just have to pop that off. Being very careful, of course. This is all very old plastics. I'm trying to be super careful because I don't want to break anything. I'm sure you could jerry rig it back, but I'd rather not. So just be aware. They're old vehicles, so be gentle with the plastics whenever possible. Okay, so we got the lock off, which is going to be easy. Now I just got to. I think what I'm going to do is put the 10 mil bolts back in, the 10 mil nuts back in, hold the door handle, and then get something else to pull that metal rod off. Okay, I figured out how to do that one. Since this one's a little trickier to get to, because like I said, the back one has more access to it. So what I did was I pulled the handle, so then it brought the lever down, and then to get a screwdriver and get it in behind the metal rod and the plastic holder, and then just carefully pop it out. So there it is. I popped it off. Nothing broke, thank goodness. And we'll take those two 10 mils out, holding the handle. And then you kind of have to, there we go, shimmy it off. So this is what I'm referring to. So that metal rod pokes through there, and it has like a mushroom tip, and so you just have to pry it off to get it to release off of these prongs. So I'm going to put the 10 mils back on here so I don't lose them. And now that we have that handle off, we're in good shape. And now we need to take the mirror off. Now, not entirely sure. Let's see here. So I've got to take the mirror off now that we got the handle off. There is a Phillips head screw on the outside that you can see, but I have a feeling that there's something on the inside holding it and not letting it let go. So let's see if we can see any yes, okay. So if you're trying to take your mirror off, your side mirror off, this is what you're gonna do. There's a there is a Phillips head screw on the outside, which is super easy. And once you get inside, you'll notice that there is a hole right here. And up inside that hole is your other 10 mil. I really don't drop this 10 millimeter. Oh man, come on. I don't want to drop that thing in there because it's going to be lost. Seems like the thread is just spinning on the post. Alright, there's your mirror, and it did just, that's a bummer. The post stripped out the hole, so we're going to have to, let's see what's going on here. I take that back. It's, that 10 mil screws in to this on the inside, and there's a fun little bug right here, or a spider egg or something. Threads into that, so looks like that 10 mil is actually held in with a circle clip on the outside. So there it is. So we'll let's see if we can remove that gasket. But I'll there's a plastic clip right here. Pull that clip out, and then you can get the gasket off. But essentially, well, actually that's still stuck on there. How do we get that plastic cover off? Let's see. Actually, I don't think that thing was supposed to come out of the... I think it got messed up. I don't think that was supposed to come out of there. I kind of have a feeling that was supposed to be set in there. And then it comes out through the bottom. But I think due to age, it didn't work. It was supposed to. There we go. Pull that plug out. So there's our gasket. I'll have to wrap around that thing because it's pretty rusted, stuck in there. And yeah, so here's your mirror gasket. Set that aside. Plastic cover. It looks like it's held on with like a 3M. Looks like it's held on with like a 3M sticky tape. So what you're gonna have to do to that, if you're gonna take that off, is you're gonna have to heat it up, soften the glue. I'll probably heat it up from the backside so we don't mess up the plastic, and then I can pry that thing off because there's no clips or anything holding it. But once we get this thing right here, I'm gonna heat it up from the other side. Man, I just shut the door. Oh, that's okay, I'll get in through the back. Hopefully I didn't lock it. heat this up from the other side, pull this off. It's just a little plastic cover piece, and then that way when we go to wrap the door, we can get in behind it and not have to try to cut up to it. If it doesn't come off, then we'll cut up to it and then push the vinyl in as far as we can around the edge. But there you go. That's how you remove your side mirror from your Daihatsu Move. I am gonna say 99% sure this is how you do it on the driver's side, and this was the passenger side, so it should be exactly the same on the other. Yeah, hopefully that was helpful. If you're removing that door card and door handle and fixing anything that's not working inside, that's how you get inside there and take stuff off and fix it. Yeah, cool. Take it easy, guys. We'll do some more how-tos as I keep moving on with this thing. Cool. Take it easy.